Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, and I'm back for another video on Marvel Strike Force. So today, we're going to be taking a look at some of the events that's going to be upcoming this week, including the Age of X event. This is starting today, actually, with the Nature Nurture April month long and Atomic Fallout. They've actually adjusted the web milestone for Atomic Fallout. Hunker Down, I think it was called. We're going to take a look at that as well. And take a little bit of a look at the Loose Threads Spider Society Showcase and what kind of rewards is in all of this stuff. Now, before we get started, I hope that everyone was able to... You can hear my dog like jingling in the background as he walks across the floor. Okay, anyways. Hopefully you guys got a chance to watch my video from the other day around Iron Patriot. And in fact, I don't know what happened here. In fact, I got in trouble a little bit for the expletives that I used in that video because Scopely was not too happy with the way that I portrayed that video, even though we all know that that event was dog shit and it was absolute garbage. So, I'm still going to be me. I'm going to, do what I always do, and that is to champion the free-to-play cause. I make sure that the events can be as good as physically possible, I suppose, for the player base, and hope that we don't get screwed too often. So I'm always going to do that, and it doesn't matter what anyone else has to say. Anyways, let's get started and take a look at what there is to offer this week. So if you're ready to go, everybody, let's boil this down. Now, first off, like I said, I don't know what's going on with this. Why the April month? We'll see. I guess we'll see later on today. Why the why the April month long is also here as a web milestone. It's in game right now, and it's also here. They know. They know. It's been reported, not by me, but it was reported. And so I would laugh so goddamn hard if this ends up launching and both of them are live and people get to double dip. I don't know. Maybe you notice that the free claim gives milestone points to both, and then suddenly people start buying offers because why not, right? If you're gonna get a 2-for-1, and then people end up having to get compensated because of this. I mean, I guess they were on holidays because it was Monday. Some of them are, anyways, and it was mentioned. So if they don't get to this before it starts and this does end up giving twice, I'm just going to laugh so hard. So anyways, that's there. And then we have the Hunker Down web milestone. I talked about this in the event video, but one thing that's changed is now that the point structure for Age of X energy is 1-3. It was 1-1. Now, if we assume that you're going to get about 288 energy, that's or 280. Yeah, I think it's 288. That is your natural refresh, of 1 per 5 minutes over the course of 24 hours, and you don't get free refreshes on this. So if we assume that, then we're gonna get like ×3 every day, 288 times 3, and then ×2 because it's a 2-day event. It's supposed to be a 2-day event, so you will actually be able to get to like about milestone 7 without coring. You just won't be able to get to milestone 8 unless you core. Probably at this point it would make more sense on the Age of X energy, but we'll take a look at the rewards to see whether or not that's even worth it. What do you miss out, though? Again, it's not that big of a deal, but, I guess there's going to be 6,000 gamma rays. This is supposed to run 3 times, 1 every 2 days. So I don't think that the gamma rays are going to make a big difference in the 800K, but it might for the leaderboard. But anyways, it's only if you really, really care, then you'd have to core more to get this. So just a heads up for that, which starts later on today. Let's take a look first at the Age of X stuff. So there's 7 stages, 7 nodes, and I think they give you a team. Like, you just, as long as you're level 50 and you have events unlocked, you can go right in, as far as I'm aware, and you get to farm this, I suppose, and get some stuff out of it. So let's take a look at what's actually on there. Let's zoom in a little bit. So first time rewards, you got 50 Cyclops shards for the first level and some gear credits. Now this is purple gear credits in the Blitz store. You can find them there. That's not very good, but there's some free XP. There's XP and training mods and ability materials. So it's not very good because only 5, but I mean, it might add up. 70% chance of 5. Not terrible for new players. They seem to be dropping a lot of stuff for new players, which I don't mind for my boosted account, It's really great for that account, but it's not. A lot of this stuff has not a lot of relevance for end game players. I mean, it's free mods that you're not going to get that you wouldn't have had before. So I guess that's something, and a little bit of extra commander XP if you're still grinding your way up to 100 or whatever level. So again, it shouldn't be that hard because they're giving you the characters. So if you can't beat it, there's something wrong. Let's move on to the next level. Level 2, they're going to give you 50 Spider Weaver shards and 300 T4 training mods. That's not bad. That's like 3 million gold worth of training modules. That's not terrible. I don't really care about who's in there. I just want to care about the rewards. Let's go to node number 3. We have 50 Captain America, 2150 silver promo. Okay, so I know that most like no veteran accounts like need this anymore, but that's a lot for my boosted account. Like now I can just buy whoever I want at this point. I have probably about 800 right now as it is, but that's a lot. So definitely for anyone that's not in game, probably will take advantage of this. Also, node number 3, it seems that you can be able to farm. It's guaranteed actually to farm gold ore fragments. So I don't know how many times you can attempt this, maybe 10 a day. That might be worth farming because then you're getting 600 gold fragments maybe. That's not terrible. Node number 4, we have 200 T4s. I will take that. 50 Gamba shards. Again, great for my boosted account. And then farming premium orb fragments. That's a weird one. But remember, Black Knight is going to be in the game. Or sorry, Black Knight is going to be in the premium orb exclusive later on this week. So that should be interesting. How long this event is actually live for, I don't know. If this is like a 1 week kind of event thing, I'm not entirely sure. Avengers versus X-Men. 50 Emma Frost shards. This one's a bit of a wash. I probably wouldn't farm this one. I'd probably go do the orb fragment once. Let's go to the next one. Infinity Gauntlet. 50 Iron Man Infinity War. That's not bad because he's a Crucible store character, so if you don't have him maxed out. And then 3 million gold worth of training modules more. So that's not terrible. That's 6 million total now. So that's some stuff that veteran accounts can use if they're still hurting on training mods. And then training orb fragments, which you can farm out of that. I'm more into gold, so I'd probably be farming that one first, and then the premium orb fragment one. And then is there one more? Yeah, finally the Ultimus Invasion. 500 gold promo credits and 50 Thor Infinity War shards and more gold orb fragments. So I guess if you are wanting to core because of the Hunker Down milestone, then you would probably want to core the Age of X event campaign energy, and then just kind of do some of these ones that have the orb fragments on it. The 2 gold orb fragments, maybe the premium orb fragments if you care about getting more of those for Black Knight. And then you'd pick up some gold and XP and training modules along the way. It's not too bad of a deal, actually, but it could be better. But anyways, I think that's the final one. It is. So that one's not too great. But the 500, again, lots of great stuff for new players. Not so much for veterans, but there's at least you're going to get some gold orb fragments from farming the nodes. So you will come away with something. Now let's talk about Loose Thread. This is the showcase event for Spider Society, and we all know how we feel about showcase events, right? Let's fingers crossed that this one is a little bit better than what just ended, which is not, well, the Cabal one, right? For Iron Patriot, I already went and blew up about that one. But anyways, let's talk about Spider Society. Let's see what characters they're giving us in nodes 1, 2, and 3 for the test drive, because there's always going to be characters in there, and make sure you run that. So we have 50 Miles, 50 Ghost Spider, and some orb fragments in there. And then you get to test, obviously, the team. If you haven't, well, I have, but for those of you who haven't, I do want to say, though, that the team's not bad. I actually really like it. But, in in-game raids, it seems to be a focus resistance issue for low stars. That is a problem that we're probably going to run into. And a lot of people are going to talk about this by the time Penny releases, because she's going to be the last one on the team. And she's probably like the May month long. Skill test drive number 2, we got 50 big time Spider-Man and 50 Spider-Weir. That's not, again, they're good for new players. And then finally, we have 50 of Spider-Man 2099 and 50 of Noir. Now, this is good. This is, again, good for my boosted account because my Noir is not even unlocked yet. So that'll actually be very helpful for that account. So again, you're going to need to use some of these characters because they have this other web slinger trait that you're going to have to watch out for. So make sure you do. Now, I want to go take a look at the, not really the story version of, oh God, it screwed up. Okay, I want to look at the challenge difficulty. Not the story difficulty, but the challenge difficulty, because this is what they said was going to be more free-to-play friendly this time around. Okay, and I don't know if this means that we're going to get all the way through. There's 16 nodes, and you're going to need all 3 of the characters eventually. So it's going to start with Peter B. Parker, and then Spider-Man Pavitra, and then a Penny Parker at the end. I don't know how many nodes, maybe like 5 of each or so, and they unlock that way as they do in the showcase events. Now, I want to take a look in terms of what rewards are here. And first off the bat, we have blue 4 ions on the first node of 750k. Now, this was raised to me by Big Positive Geek, so I'll give him a little shout out here because he made me think about it a little bit. And the first node that we all, well, that a lot of us missed out on from the Iron Patriot Cabal showcase had 2 million blue 4 ions. You would know actually because I brought that up in my video in terms of what we were missing from the Cabal showcase. And here we have 750k. So it feels like they're kind of nerfing what they're giving free to play players now. So some players got the Cabal one, some didn't, because not everyone unlocked Iron Patriot. Now, this one here is most likely you're going to get this because you're going to get Peter B. Parker unlocked before this goes away. The one thing that we're unsure of is whether or not we're going to get a chance to unlock Penny Parker before the showcase goes away. You know, just like how Cosmic Ghost Rider, we didn't. So we'll have to wait and see about that one. So again, less rewards than what we would have gotten if we actually had Iron Patriot unlocked. Node number 2, there's 700. Oh, okay, hold on. There's about 750k more. So maybe they're making, maybe they're acknowledging this. Okay, is this actually node? Are they going through each node? Okay, maybe they're making good on this. Actually, 2.25 million blue 4s. Is that assuming these are all different missions? It almost seems too good to be true. Actually, 3 million. Are they making up for the screw ups? Node number 5. Now I don't know how many of these we're actually going to get. It seems like the first couple of nodes, which would be related to Peter B. Parker, I'm assuming because I can't actually click into the event. At least I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't actually go in here. But I'm assuming because I know that the first nodes are going to be Peter B. Parker. And it doesn't say specifically though on here like which ones are the Peter B. Parker ones, so I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, this still could be part of Peter B. Parker because this baby on board. I don't know. That just kind of gives me an idea that it is. Anyways, let's carry on. There's a lot of these nodes, but I want to just take a look. So it looks like they're front loading the blue 4 ions, and maybe that's okay. So if we all get that, maybe it would compensate. But the problem is, and I'm not going to give them a pass here, right? Because some people got the ones from Iron Patriot, the 3 million or 2, whatever it was. Now I can't read whatever I said in the beginning. The fact is that some people got it, and some people didn't. And the people who didn't, like myself, I'm kind of still pissed off about that, right? You know, because it shouldn't have been RNG, gotcha, or mechanics that guaranteed I got it or didn't. And that's what pissed me off, right? You know, and the rest of these look like minis. So they're front loading the blue 4 ions to really make good. But the people who got the stuff from the Iron Patriot Cabal showcase are going to get more, right? Because they get that plus all of this stuff. And then the rest of us are just getting just this. So I don't know. It feels like while they're trying to make better, I guess, what happened, it still doesn't change the fact that it happened, right? If that makes sense. I don't know. I'm still salty about it, and I think that everyone else should be too, because I hope, and we're gonna have to wait and see how the rest of this kind of plays out for the rest of the however long this event ends up running for. How many of these sections of the challenge difficulty that we're able to clear free to play? I've pretty much resigned to the fact that these are pay to play or pay to win. And they never used to actually. You know, this difficulty here used to be available if you pushed hard because for Yellow Star, that was reasonable if you like, I don't know, did the event fully for the character release and maybe cored a couple of orbs. You know, but I don't know. They've been so stingy with character release shards, like at the low 100 range. It's just absolutely ridiculous. But hey, you know, you're probably not going to get Penny before this closes because she's probably going to be the May month long. So that's just not happening, right? Unless you core for Penny, you're probably not getting those last notes. I'm calling it here. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. These are the events that are upcoming this week. Like I said, we have the Atomic Fallout event that's going to be starting out later today. Interesting thing here is it says here to score raid campaign and blitz, except for there is no blitz portion of this. One recommendation that was made, and that's really going to be dependent on your alliance on this one, is if you're someone who doesn't always do the bio section of doom raids, incursion raids, that kind of thing, then you might want to look at possibly launching like 1 Gamma 2 and just spamming, because it's unrestricted, and just spamming your hive mind to get bonus points. And that way you can go back to normal after a day. Just something to consider if that part of it might be an issue, because that's actually a pretty big portion of this event is really just raiding with hive mind characters and as high of star characters as you have with hive mind. So that's it. All the best, everyone. And if anything changes, I'll be sure to cover it and post a new video, of course, as I normally do. So that's going to be the end of this video. Have a great rest of your Tuesday afternoon. And until next time, stay safe and healthy. I'll see y'all later. Boilon signing out.